Back into Aaron Moy, who shoots and scores. It is Aaron who gets himself the goal. Finds Ward-Prowse. Now Aaron Moy. Let's go, another chance for us. I'm going to go for the shot. That's a brilliant shot, and what a goal from Aaron Moy. This guy is insane. He is the truth, guys. He's going to be the reason we are going to avoid relegation, maybe even finish mid-table. Hey guys, how is it going? It is S2G and welcome to the second episode of the Huddersfield Career Mode series. First up, I just want to thank you all for your support on the series, because first episode got over 8,000 views and over, I think, 400 likes. That is actually brilliant, and I can't thank you all enough for your support. If you guys want to show some love to this series, make sure you drop a like on this video. That would be greatly appreciated. Can we smash over 300 likes? That would be awesome. And if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe for more FIFA 18 content. There has been a lot of confusion regarding this series and the Barcelona series. Well, what I can tell you, the schedule for these two series are going to be pretty much like this. You guys are going to get one Huddersfield video, then like two Barcelona videos, then one Huddersfield video. So it is going to run like that. Any questions at all, hit me up on Twitter. Link to my Twitter will be down in the description below. Make sure you follow me on there as well. Anyways, let's now focus on this series. So the first episode I think went down really well. We managed to win the preseason tournament thanks to two brilliant goals from Aaron Moy. Besides that, we brought in two new signings in James Ward-Prowse and Callum Chambers, and that has made our budget really low. We've got about £60,000 in our wage budget, about 2.25 million pounds in our transfer fee budget. And we've still got a lot to do. We still need to sign that extra left winger that we desperately need, and also we need enough money to start up our youth academy. So a lot of work we need to get done in this episode. First up, before we get this episode all started, player of the episode, you guys voted for Aaron Moy. No surprises here at all. He scored two brilliant goals in the final of the preseason tournament, hence he is your player of the episode. Moving on to a press conference question. The first question is actually a really interesting one. Are you trying to bring in young players with growth, or trying to bring in experienced players who could potentially captain the team using their experience and still have a bit of time to play until retirement? So far we've signed, I think, Premier League experienced players that are young. I think that's how I'm going to describe them. James Ward-Prowse has been in the Premier League for quite some time. Callum Chambers has been in the Premier League for a while as well. And those are the kind of players I'm going to target. I'm not just going to target old players just for experience sake. I think young players like Ward-Prowse and all have enough experience to succeed at Huddersfield. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Moving on to the next question. This one's also pretty interesting. After this season, Lossell will go back to FC Mainz and Rob Green might retire. Are you looking to buy a goalkeeper this season or next season? So, as this comment itself suggests, Lossell will go back to Mainz next season, so I'm not looking to buy a goalkeeper now. I think it's decent enough. Maybe next season we're looking for a goalkeeper. But if you guys have any suggestions for goalkeeper, drop a comment and let me know. And if you have any more press conference questions, make sure you let me know, as I'll try and answer them in the upcoming question. Now, we do need to sign a left winger, and the suggestions I offered you guys were Iwobi and Demaira Gray. Demaira Gray was the clear favourite in the comment section because I guess he's cheaper, less wages as well, and might be an easier transfer to conduct. And anyways, we are going to look in for a loan deal because we just don't have the wages for Demaira Gray or Alex Iwobi for them to move on a permanent transfer. But then this happened. I tried to approach these two players on loan, and then I realised the club aren't interested in loaning these players out. That was a huge shock, and that is why you guys are seeing Ryan Sessegnon from Fulham, the 17-year-old who's been so good for Fulham and previously as well in his career. He actually made his debut at the age of 16. He's been fantastic for all the teams he's played, and he seems like a solid player. He's got very high potential on career mode as well, and that is why I want to sign him. And you might be wondering, he's a left back. Why do you want to sign him? We've already got a couple of left backs. You need a left winger, but my plan is to use him in that left wing role for this season. I don't know why, it just seems like it will work. Someone like him will also provide defensive cover to our defense, as well as be good attacking wise. We need someone who can, be a decent crosser, and I think a left-footed player like Ryan Sessegnon can put in them balls to Mooney, who will obviously head them in. So we've got a lot of creative players already in our side, like of course James Ward-Prowse, Aaron Moy, Thomas Ince. Signing someone like Sessegnon who's got the pace, who can go up down the field from that left mid position, I think it'll be worth it. And next time, and maybe next season, when we do sign a proper left winger, we can slot Ryan Sessegnon in that left back position and he'll be a better player by then. So that is what I'm going to try and do. So let me know your thoughts on this transfer, because it is controversial, because he's not Premier League proven. He's someone that I'm willing to take a risk on. I'm offering Joe Lolly, a player we are trying to sell, but we can't sell him because EA, I don't know why, he's valued at around £600,000. So the transfer fee we've agreed at is £850,000 plus a sell-on clause of 1%. Now that is perfect for me. So we get this guy, Ryan Sessegnon, with a potential of over 85 for £850,000 and a sell-on clause of 1%. That is quite easily one of the most bargain transfers I've done in all FIFA 18. Talking about bargain transfers, let me know what is your favorite or bargain transfer that you've done in FIFA 18 so far. This certainly is mine, and that is why I'm enjoying this Huddersfield series. I'm going to be trying out players that I normally wouldn't ever try out, like Ryan Sessegnon. When would we ever sign him for Barcelona? So I think this could be an interesting transfer. Now we negotiate with him and his agent. So the squad role they want is rotation. That is obviously what I want as well. Contract length they want 4 years. Now I'm going to counter and get it to 5 years. I want Ryan Sessegnon for a 5-year deal, because I think it just makes sense having him for as long as possible. I'm not trying to sell him. I probably will never sell him. I think he's going to be the left back for us for years to come, and obviously left winger or left midfielder right now. He can play in that position. I am going to be training him a lot in terms of dribbling, in terms of shooting, just make him a more complete player so that once he's a left back, he'll be even better. That's basically our plan. So they don't want a release clause. I don't want a release clause, so fair play. Let's move on. Now time for the wages and additional fees. Now because I wanted to kind of rush through this transfer, I couldn't scout his current wages, so we are playing a bit risky here, as I'm going to be offering him a wage of around £10,000, which is actually a lot. But the thing is, I'm not sure if he wants more, if he doesn't want more, because if we are offering him way too less money, he's probably going to storm out the room, which is not what we want. So I'm going to bump up the wage to about £15,000 and a signing bonus of £10,000. Now I know this is low. I just want to see what his agent and of course Sessegnon will respond with. So they're kind of happy with the wages, just want a small bump of £2,000, which is alright. But look at that signing bonus that they want. Sessegnon wants a signing bonus of £165,000. Now I'm going to remove that additional bonus. It's okay to pay that signing bonus, so alright, we'll give you the £165,000. We'll agree with the wages as well, but now they want £13,000 for wages, which is again a very acceptable deal. Someone as good as him and someone with the potential like him is going to be big for the club. So I really want to tie this deal, and that is exactly what I've done. Welcome Ryan Sessegnon to Huddersfield. I hope he does well in that left midfield role. This is a very risky transfer in the Premier League. Having someone like him, he's 67 rated, playing him down the wings in that left mid role, I don't know how is he going to perform. I'm not convinced with Van La Parra, so I'm probably going to use him as my first choice left midfielder, left winger. Let's hope he can get the job done. And from these clips that I'm going to show you guys of Ryan Sessegnon, he certainly can get the job done. He's very good on the ball. Look at him nutmeg one and then put in a decent cross as well. He seems like a solid player. We are going to train him in his shooting, in his dribbling, so that he becomes just even better. But I'm so glad that we've signed someone as good as him. He can defend as well really well, because primarily defending is his job. So for now, he's going to be playing in that left midfield role. Let me know what you think regarding this transfer. Is this a good transfer? Will he come through? What are your thoughts? I would love to know. He's got 3-star, which isn't the best, but you know what? I'm going to be utilizing him as someone to cross in the ball to Mooney, who's of course a beast up front. Hasn't scored yet for us, so I'm hoping he'll do so. Another thing, Smith, you guys wanted me to start him, so I will be making him captain. I think forgot to make him captain in this episode, so I'm going to be doing that in the next episode. I will make Smith captain because I believe he is the captain of Huddersfield in real life, so it just makes sense to make Smith captain. Now that we have signed this left midfielder, I don't think we've got any more improvements to make, so most likely I'm going to be saving up this transfer funds and then using it in the January transfer window to bring in more players, maybe on a pre-contract deal. Maybe that's what makes sense. Again, I want to know as many of your suggestions in the comment section as possible regarding this series, regarding Huddersfield, tips regarding this series. Anything to help will definitely be helpful. So we now have got to start our Premier League campaign against Huddersfield. What are your predictions for our Premier League season? Where do you think we'll finish? I personally think we'll finish like 11th, 12th. I'm hoping better, but you know what? Avoiding relegation itself is going to be tough because our squad isn't as good enough as the other teams. But I'm excited to see how we do. Let's jump right into our first Premier League game. This is it, guys, our first Premier League game of the season, and I'm so excited to kick things off. away from home against Crystal Palace. This could actually be a difficult game because, well, it is the first game of the season, new plays. Let's hope they gel in well. James Ward-Prowse, one of our new signings, he started off the season well in that preseason tournament, getting 2 assists in the finals, so I'm not too worried about him. But Callum Chambers at the back, let's hope he can deal with the Crystal Palace front line, which looks pretty decent in game because they've got Benteke, if I'm not wrong. Ryan Sessegnon down the wings as well. Eager to see what he can do. He was not the player I was initially going to go for, but we had to change our plans because of our lack of funds. But to be fair, he's a player with a lot of potential, so I'm really glad that we've managed to sign him. He's going to be playing out of position. He's initially a left back, so I'm not sure how is he going to do, but let's hope he can do well in that position. First game of the season. Let's hope we can start it off with a win. Here's the danger man for Crystal Palace. Benteke playing in a good cross. What is my defense doing? And somehow we cleared that. That was so poor defending. We could have easily conceded there. Ryan Sessegnon waits for the run of the fullback. Lau makes the run. Gonna put a cross in. Far post. Come on. How has he missed that? I think the defender got a touch to it, but that was a chance for us to take the lead, man. I'm disappointed. I think that was Mooney who was attacking it. He should have done better there. Thomas Ince into James Ward-Prowse. Now Mooney. Back into James Ward-Prowse who shoots. He drags his shot wide. You'd expect someone with his quality to score those every single day of the week, but he's dragged his shot wide, man. Looks like it's another chance for Crystal Palace. Good save from our keeper, although he maybe should have collected it, but nevertheless, decent stuff from our goalkeeper. Benteke plays it out wide into Ibanez, who goes for the shot. Very close to scoring, man. Ward-Prowse finds Aaron Moy. Moy cuts this one back into Mooney, who shoots. He hits the crossbar. So unlucky there. That would have been our first Premier League goal. Oh, that's brilliant from Lau. He does so well there. I'm going to put in a cross. That's a very good cross. The header is straight towards the keeper. Thomas Ince, man. You've got to be doing better. We should have scored at least a goal by now, man. Sessegnon. Aaron Moy turns his man. Moy with the finesse shot. Oh my god, Aaron Moy. This guy is unreal. He scored in the preseason tournament final and he's bringing that form into the Premier League as well. And this is our first Premier League game and we might be getting a victory after this man has scored a brilliant finesse shot. What a goal as well in the 86th minute. What a start to this series. Aaron Moy, man. This guy is unreal. Let's go, guys. Our first Premier League victory in our first game itself, thanks to a brilliant goal from Aaron Moy. I honestly thought it was going to end as a 0-0 result, but out of nowhere, Aaron Moy comes up with a terrific goal to give us the lead and obviously the 3 points in our first game itself. Wow, man. Aaron Moy is just insane. Moy is probably my favourite player in this series. Now, if you haven't guessed, he's on the thumbnail as well. He just won us single-handedly a couple of extra points. Obviously, we would have drawn without him, but what a finesse shot that was from Aaron Moy. He's just brilliant. These are the plays we are training right now. As I promised, Sessegnon is going to be doing some dribbling training drills. Hopefully that helps. Plays like Billing as well, who I am going to be playing in the next game, are getting some training done. The same with Ward-Prowse and Mooney. I'm not impressed with Mooney so far. Hopefully he will prove me wrong because he's got good potential and he seems like a solid striker. But the thing is, he's not my kind of striker. I like them quick strikers, but he's a bit bulky. He's still got a bit of decent pace, but he's still a very bulky striker who looks to score more headers and stuff. I'm hoping that I can get on with him eventually. We've got a transfer for year 4, Hefele, Michael Hefele, a German centre-back that we have for 1.85 million. I'm going to try and negotiate to get a bit more money out of him. If we do sell him, we are probably going to be needing to sign another centre-back, which I think we can do for that fee. Maybe sign someone who's like 60 rated but has got good potential. That is what I'm going to be doing. So I've countered with 2.5 million. Let me tell you this transfer deal just went completely wrong. QPR's representative just walked out of the room and this is the expression my manager gave, which is let's just say he's not in a happy mood after that. But well, that's how that deal went. Anyways, let's get on with our next Premier League game, which is against Newcastle. I'm not sure what to expect from this game. Our first home game of the season at the Kirklees Stadium, obviously. We face Newcastle United. They're of course a decent side. They're newly promoted as well, so it's going to be a tough one. Rafa Benitez is their manager, so they've got a good coach as well. I've made a few changes to the team. I wasn't really impressed with Thomasin's. His decision making in the final third wasn't good. So Kachunga comes in. Ryan Sessegnon, although he's not a left winger, he did a pretty good job. So he continues to start. Ward-Prowse, Moy still start because both are amazing. I'm not really impressed with Mooney, but he still keeps his place because I know he's got the potential to be special. So let's hope he can perform. Billing gets his first start for me in the Premier League. Let's hope he performs well because he's got great potential. I have made a few changes to the defense, but it's still a very strong defense. Let's hope this team is good enough to get us the win. Mooney does well. Mooney with the finesse shot, and we've taken the lead against Newcastle United. 1-0, and it's Mooney with the goal. I was just talking about him. I was literally just talking about him not being good this season, but he's proved his doubters wrong. Oh no, Zubia, he's gotten in behind our defense, goes for the shot, big block from, I think, was that Schindler? Yes, it was Schindler. It's a corner for Newcastle United. Things looking dangerous, a goal line clearance from one of our players. I think it was that Swiss right back with the clearance. Thank God for him, man, or else it would have been 1-0. Mooney plays it in behind into James Ward-Prowse, but he can't get in behind the defense. He's not quick enough. That's one thing that James Ward-Prowse lacks. That's raw pace. Half time, and it has been a brilliant half for us. We got the lead. Defensively, we've looked good. Obviously, that goal line clearance had a bit of luck to it, but regardless, a great performance so far. Hopefully, we can keep it up for this second half and pick up 2 wins out of 2 in the Premier League. That would be fantastic. Oh no, that's a mistake from me. Mikel Merino finds now Joselu. Joselu back into Mikel Merino. Now Zubia, Merino. Newcastle United playing some good football, moving the ball around well. Here's Jesus Gomez. Merino again. Atsu now. Newcastle just moving the ball around our box with just ease. I can't seem to get the ball off them. Atsu with the shot. Big save from our goalkeeper. Mooney. Here's Mooney. Oh, brilliant touch from Mooney. He shoots, he scores. What a goal from Mooney. He's been sensational in this game. That link-up play between him and Ward-Prowse was just superb. 2-0 against Newcastle United. What a start we are having to this Premier League season. All the signings seem to be working so well for us. Look at that link-up play between Ward-Prowse and Mooney. And that touch from Mooney was superb. We've made it 2-0 against Newcastle. Cross played inside the box, and our defenders do clear it well. You know what, I've got to give credit to my centre-backs. They've dealt with everything aerial so well. In fact, the opposition have got some good strikers who are really good in aerial play. Like, you know, Zubia, Joselu is decent to some extent. So, I'm really impressed with our centre-backs, man. They've looked very good, and we haven't even played Callum Chambers for this one. Kachunga. Ward-Prowse, who's looked fantastic. Look at him go, man. Ward-Prowse just oozes class. I'm so glad we've signed him. This might create another opportunity for us. Here's Kachunga. I might whip this one into Mooney. Can he get there first? No, he can't. Here's Clark. This could be dangerous. Aaron Moy putting in the tackle there. Oh, the roulette from Aaron Moy. He's too good for Newcastle United. He sees Ward-Prowse go down the wings. Obviously, Ward-Prowse isn't the quickest, but he lays it off to Kachunga. Kachunga's going to shoot. Oh, my word. Kachunga with a golazo against Newcastle United. That is easily the best goal we've scored so far in this series. What a long shot. What a strike from our number 9. Although he doesn't play in the number 9 role. But Ward-Prowse, I believe, with another assist. That's his second assist of this game. But that strike from Kachunga was otherworldly. Brilliant stuff. 3-0 against Newcastle. What a start to this Premier League season. There you go, guys. Back-to-back Premier League wins. We could now well be top of the Premier League. How crazy is that? With Huddersfield, with this side, not a single player is above 80 rated. And we've got 6 points out of 6 in the Premier League so far. What a performance from Mooney. James Ward-Prowse was brilliant as well. All in all, the team seems to be gelling, which is perfect. And Kachunga, he might actually be a better player than Thomasins. Who knows? 3-0 in our second Premier League game against Newcastle United. Unbelievable start to our Premier League season. Imagine, we are top of the Premier League table right now. That is beyond insane, guys. I'm telling you, that is just insane. I never would have thought that we would be top of the Premier League table just after 2 games. Although it is just 2 games, anything can happen. Obviously, I don't expect us to win the Premier League. I don't even expect us to finish top 6. But this great start is definitely going to help us in terms of morale. And it already gives us a 6-point advantage. But anyways, we've got a transfer offer here for Rajiv Wanlapara. And I wasn't sure what to do because he's a half decent player, the Dutchman. But I was thinking if we would sell him now, get about like 1.5 million pounds for him, maybe even more if we do negotiate, we can actually go ahead and loan in someone decent, because he's on decent wages. So if we get rid of him, the wage budget increases, and which means we will be able to loan in someone else, maybe from some Spanish club or some German club, a quality left winger that could challenge Ryan Sessegnon. That could be a smart choice, but as you can see, they aren't willing to go a penny above 1.45 million, which is fair because he's valued at around 1.1 million. Now, I'm going to accept it because I'm not sure if he'll get sold anyways, because you guys know I'm finding huge problems trying to sell my own players, so I'm not even sure if he will leave. But if he does leave, if Rajiv Wan Lapara, apologies for calling him Ryan, I was just stuck with Ryan Sessegnon in my mind, but if we do manage to sell Wan Lapara, I'm probably going to loan in Ben Woodburn. He's a very talented player from Liverpool, left winger, striker, cam. He can play in multiple positions and he looks absolutely solid. So we might just go ahead and loan him if we do manage to sell him. The thing is, if we actually do manage to sell all the players on our transfer list, we could probably afford someone as good as Demira Gray, but unfortunately we can't do that. That would be so cool if we could sell all these players. These players just aren't selling for some reason. If you guys have any tips for selling the unwanted players on how to do them, just let me know down in the comment section below. In the next episode, we've got Southampton, West Ham, more Premier League action, and basically more transfer action as well. We might just make one more transfer. I'm excited for the next episode. I'm really enjoying this series. Of course, the Barcelona series is still the main series on the channel, but at the same time, this is a nice different dynamic to the Barca series, so I'm also enjoying this. We have dropped down to second place in the Premier League after West Ham have played now 3 games and I've got 7 points. So, you know what, if we do beat Southampton, we go back top of the league, but I'm not sure if we will be able to do so because Southampton are a pretty good side. We will see what happens, and our team now is actually looking good. We don't have a single player above 80 overall, but overall, this team seems really balanced. Decent fullbacks, good centre-backs, a great midfield of Moy, Ward-Prowse, Hogg is decent as well. Our wingers are pretty decent. Mooney's pretty awesome as well, scoring 2 goals against Newcastle. So, yeah, our team is pretty good. We just need to make a few improvements, and I think we'll be sorted for the season. Before we end this episode, you guys have to vote for your informed player of the episode. Your nominees are James Ward-Prowse with a couple of assists and still a fantastic performance in the first game that we played against Palace. And your second nominee is Mooney for that brace he scored. That is it for this episode. If you guys have enjoyed, subscribe for more FIFA 18 content. Drop a like on this video, that'd be awesome. And I will see you guys next time.